Did you know there are secret hacks to making your Sims 4 Butler the ultimate household assistant? Most players miss these and end up with a useless butler. Today, I'm revealing the insider tips and tricks to transform your butler into a true asset. Miriam dreams of providing for her family. As a single parent of 3 children, all of her time is spent caring for them and doing all of the household chores. It's 11 p.m. in Willow Creek, and Miriam is completely overwhelmed. After missing an important job deadline earlier today due to cleaning up yet another mess made by her toddler, Miriam decides that she needs a butler. To hire a butler in The Sims, you need to select your adult sim, go to the phone, click the Home app, scroll down until you find the Hire a Service button. Scroll down in that until you find the butler. Then you click on that to hire the butler. Butlers cost 175 simoleons plus 12 simoleons per hour. So this means that you're going to have to pay your butler a minimum of 288 simoleons per day that the butler lives in your Sim's home. You need to assign a bed to your butler because they are live-in help. So to do that, give your butler their own room, or at the very least, their own bed. Click on the bed, assign bed to butler, and then choose the butler. So butlers can do several tasks autonomously. You can find out what they are by clicking the butler, selecting the butler option, and responsibilities. So these 4 tasks that they do autonomously are tend to minors, clean, garden, and repair objects. These are turned on by default, but if you don't want your butler to do any of these things, you can click on the option and it will toggle it off. To have them start doing that assignment again, you just click on it again to toggle it back on. In my opinion, butlers are a huge improvement from the nannies because they take care of the children a lot better. Their autonomous actions are a lot better. As you can see here, the butler is actually hoovering, which the nanny doesn't do. So already, the butler is a fantastic addition to our Sims household. Now, this is where most players leave the butler, allowing them to do their own thing and not really interacting with them. They're just left to run in the background, like you're probably doing with this video right now. And that's okay, but you're really missing out here. Let's really test the limits and see exactly what a butler can do beyond their default actions. Did you know that there is a whole menu of butler tasks that you can tailor to your own Sim's personal needs? To find these tasks, click on the butler, click on the butler category, then assign tasks. If you've seen my video on Sims 4 Nannies, you'll know that one of my biggest annoyances with the nannies is you can't tell them to cook meals. They might do it on their own, they might not. It's 50-50 chance. The butler might also cook autonomously, but they can also cook a meal on demand. You can have the butler cook a single meal for 20 simoleons, a family meal which will feed 4 Sims for 40 simoleons, or a party meal which will feed 8 Sims for 60 simoleons. Let's have our butler cook a family meal. And because my Sim is pretty stressed out, let's go ahead and have the butler also serve some drinks from the bar, which costs 8 simoleons.
Ha Flynn. Mogo Rish. Huh?
So already the butler is falling over because we told him to do something and he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. It even took the money from our household funds, so we're minus 28 simoleons. And we got a pop-up for both of them saying the butler could not carry out the requested task. Please allow time for him to complete his current task or provide sufficient facilities and unoccupied counter space for completing the task. So because he's currently taking care of the infant, he has not done what we asked him to do, but we still got charged. And it would seem that he's bugged out a little bit as well. So we're just going to reset him, and we will try again. So we're going to have him cook a family meal, and he's doing it. There we go. Now, I did notice that even though it said that it cost 40 simoleons, we've only been charged 20, which is a bug, but I won't tell if you won't. And the neat thing about telling the butler to cook for you is that if your sim that you're controlling is lactose intolerant or a vegetarian, the butler will cook a dish that is suitable for that sim. The butler can also entertain your sims. If you have a guitar, violin, piano, basically any musical instrument, you can request that they play one of these instruments. You can also ask them to perform a comedy routine if you have a microphone. And if you have the Sims 4 Get Together pack, you can have them use the DJ booth if you have a DJ booth, or burn up the dance floor if you have a dance floor. Let's ask him to play a guitar for us.
Mogo Rish.
Wait, hard.
And now, let's go ahead and ask him to perform a comedy routine.
Pando. Brought the Pelzo, Crimble Quaft.
And finally, let's go ahead and ask him to burn up the dance floor. He says, if you must demand that I get jiggy with it, I will require music playing near a dance floor with enough space for me to bust a move. Please hear that with a extremely posh British accent. Let's go ahead and put on alternative, and we'll ask him again. So there you go. As you can see, it's amazing the different things that you can have a butler do. If you know of anything that I haven't mentioned, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure there are things that are tied in with different DLC that I've missed. Another nice thing about the butlers is that you can have them do things for visitors. You can have the butler tell visitors to go away by dismissing all visitors, invite all visitors inside, or completely ignore the front door. Now, by default, the butler will ignore the front door, but where's the fun in that? Let's have him invite all visitors inside. I'm gonna have Miriam take the day off so that we can throw a party and really test the butler here. We're going to have him do everything at this party, from cooking to serving drinks to greeting and entertaining the guests and clean up afterwards. Let's throw a simple house party. With our sim as the host, we'll invite all of our Sims' friends. We're not going to invite an entertainer. We are not going to hire a mixologist, and we're not going to hire a caterer. We'll have it here at the house, and let's do it now. So already the guests are arriving. We need to have our Sims eat food. So let's have the butler cook a party meal. There we are. Immediately the butler's getting up, fixing food. Now he's checking on the baby. So if we turn on the music, we'll have everyone dance together because we need to do that. The butler interrupted himself by taking care of the infant, because the infant was nearly starving to death. So he hasn't finished cooking. Now I'm interested to see if once he's finished with the toddler, is he going to come back and finish up the meal? No. No, he has not. Okay, so if we have him cook again... Wait a minute. Is he going back? No. Okay. So if we assign task and cook meal, please. I need to socialize with everyone, so we'll do that.
With a bunch of
Okay, again, he got interrupted by the infant, so he's not taken or not eaten again. So let me just have my sim clean up and then tell the butler to once again cook. Okay, so let's see. Butler, assign task, cook a party meal, please. Okay, again, he got interrupted by the infant. We'll scrap that, and we'll have the butler tell a joke and see how that works.
Fumu. Kwazaru. Jongi. Charm.
We got a good score for the party, a gold medal, but we never got we never did get the butler to cook. So it just shows you the butler's good, but he does have a lot of problems. Let's go into the butler menu and we can actually manage him and reprimand.
Oh, wait. Boo!
You didn't cook when we told you to. You kept doing the wrong thing. You can do better, dude. You can do better. He says he's slightly irritated, but he seems to be looking to improve his performance in the future. Now, if you're not careful with that, if you reprimand or yell at the butler too much, they will quit. So just be warned about that. And because the butler never did cook anything, we never got to test him on making drinks for the party either. So I would say, as far as having a butler do everything for a party, that is a huge fail. Okay, so let's summarize the pros and cons of hiring a butler. First, it's expensive. 288 simoleons plus whatever the cost of things that you want them to do for you, such as cooking and making drinks. Plus, he doesn't always do what you want him to do when you tell him to do it. However, his autonomy, his autonomous actions are a lot better than The Sims 4 Nannies. He will care for the children so much better. He actually cooks proper food when you tell him to do it, sometimes. But yeah, he can actually cook proper food instead of puddings all the time. And he's always on call. He's always at home, so you don't have to worry about set hours. So my friends, what do you think of The Sims 4 Butler? Leave your stories and thoughts down below in the comments. And if this video gets enough likes and enough interest, I will cover a mod for butlers that promises to improve them. In my opinion, they will take care of... Now this is where most players... I just keep getting interrupted.